Welcome to the video course of Vegan Warrior Green Athletic Fitness Blueprint. This video course contains proven steps and strategies on how to begin your own vegan diet, how to maintain and acquire the type of body you wish on a vegan diet, and presents to you athletes and prominent individuals who debunk some of the greatest myths when it comes to the world of vegan eating. Many individuals believe that a vegan lifestyle is not a lifestyle conducive to muscle building or psychological health. Many believe vegans cannot possibly obtain the protein sources they need in order to keep their bodies working efficiently. And others believe that a vegan lifestyle is not one that should be held for the long haul. Many people are under the assumption that in order to live a healthy and productive life inside and outside of the gym, that one has to constantly chug protein shakes and energy supplements in order to improve performance. Well, we are here to let you know that none of these are true. This video course will have real-life athletes who do not only live a vegan lifestyle, but prove that performance and muscle building are not simply based on the idea of laboratory manufactured and animal-based protein sources. This video course will talk about the true dietary needs of vegans and where they get their sources from, and it will compare to the types of nutrients and proteins other dietary lifestyles obtain in order to show that vegans do not simply go without, they just choose to broaden their food-based horizons. Not only that, but many people believe that a vegan lifestyle cannot possibly give someone the energy they need in order to go work out in a gym for 2 hours. Well, not only will this be yet another myth debunked within the course, but it will also be something we address in full. That is, we will outline various workout plans and routines that will benefit the vegan lifestyle you have chosen, or are at least curious about, in order to achieve the physical benefits you want for your own body. Yes, it is possible to build muscle on a vegan diet, and yes, it is possible to keep up these cardio-based marathons on a vegan diet. In fact, you'll be genuinely surprised as to how similar the workout routines are of those who eat vegan and those who do not. Vegans are not individuals who shove their beliefs down someone's throat. They're individuals who are merely passionate about abstaining from the use of animal products. They do not consume them, and in some individuals, they even attempt to not use them. Are they extremists? Yes. But there are extremists in every healthy lifestyle. This video course contains dietary outlines for those who are or want to be vegan, exercise guidelines for those eating this type of food lifestyle, and athletes that will be highlighted in order to show real-life examples as to how this works. Not only that, but these athletes will have their own personal testimonies as to why they began this lifestyle and how it has benefited them in the long run. And if that was not enough, all of those dreaded myths perpetuated about the vegan lifestyle will finally be debunked. Welcome to the new and amazing world of the Vegan Warriors. In this video, we'll talk about the vegan journey for health and performance. Living a vegan lifestyle has many different benefits. Backed up by multiple prominent research studies, it has been proven that a vegan lifestyle can lower the risk of cardiac events, reduce the risk of developing certain cancers, and lower an individual's chance of type 2 diabetes. Not only that, but it helps with regulating one's metabolism and weight, and can stave off certain weight-induced phenomena such as hypertension. A vegan lifestyle has also proven to reduce someone's risk of stroke. But there are many different benefits to a vegan lifestyle that are not merely based on health. The UN recently released a report that stated a dire need for the world to migrate away from consistently consuming animal products. The impact from a majority of the world's growing population consuming meat and animal products is the growing need for crops to feed those animals in order to breed them for food. Food is not like finding an alternative for fossil fuels. People are required to eat for their survival. However, as the current population stands, animals raised for the sole purpose of providing food to the general population consume over half of all the world's crops. Yes, half. And no, that is not some random statistic. That statistic was embedded within the UN's official report. It is simply an inefficient use of our planet's natural resources. As the population continues to grow because of the advancement in medicine, more agricultural space is going to be necessary in order to grow and feed the heightened number of animals bred necessary for food purposes. Many people talk about deforestation and scream for it to go away, but many people do not understand that around 56% of that deforestation is going to the purpose of agriculture, growing food not simply for humans, but for those animals that are raised specifically for general food sources. And if that's not enough, around 850 million people, around 15% of the entire world's population, struggle and deal with undernourishment. Even with all of this going on, it's all simply a waste of the planet's natural resources that will become exhausted in the near future if we continue on this path. So, what does being vegan have to do with any of this? Well, not consuming animal products and meat takes a bit off the burden of this need for more agricultural space for those animals we need to feed. Adopting a vegan lifestyle takes the stress off the planet's natural resources and will ultimately require less water, fossil fuels, and land in order to cultivate. Multiple reports have surfaced that declare the world's population will be around 9 billion individuals by 2050. And many more studies have been done that proclaim the world's meat needs will not be sustainable by that point. Adopting a vegan lifestyle can help that statistic. Many vegans scream about the animal cruelty and how that should be the reason everyone converts to a vegan lifestyle. But the truth is more that people are concerned about their own well-being rather than the well-being of an animal they cannot see, touch, or hear. So, it should bring a smile to many people's faces when we say that there are more scientifically backed studies that give even more personal health benefits that are only provided when adopting a vegan diet. It's been shown in various studies that a vegan diet provides a higher availability of fiber, potassium, antioxidants, and folate, which makes it the most mineral and vitamin-rich diet offered on the health and wellness circuit today. Not only that, but it's the #1 recommended diet by general physicians and specialists when it comes to someone who needs to lose weight. One particularly renowned study compared a vegan diet to a dozen other popular and well-received diets and found that the participants who adopted the vegan diet lost the most weight, with an average of 9.3 pounds more than all the other groups of participants utilizing other diets. It can also help level out blood sugar levels and promote kidney functions as a result of lowering and regulating internal blood sugars. Not only that, but it has been proven to help individuals who suffer with different arthritic pains because many of the vegetables and fruits ingested contain antioxidants and free radicals. Yes, those are actually a thing that help manage internal swelling. However, no one can deny the social stigma and misconceptions many people have because of the loud and proud vegans who accuse people of being monsters because they eat meat. Unfortunately, they are out there. With any lifestyle, whether it be health-based, politically based, or religiously based, comes those who take it to an extreme and give the lifestyle a bad reputation. Luckily, there are ways you can combat that social stigma should you choose to adopt a vegan diet and/or lifestyle. For starters, educate yourself. Look into those studies and hold those statistics at the ready. With taboo subjects come people who will want you to prove to them what you are talking about. So be ready. Read and educate yourself in the avenues that have proven a vegan lifestyle does what it claims to do. Many other people believe vegans are not getting what they need when it comes to macro and micronutrients. Take, for example, proteins and calcium. Once someone hears someone does not eat meat or animal byproducts, they automatically assume two things are not being ingested: calcium from milk and protein from meat. This is another avenue to properly educate someone. Use your thirst for knowledge and research foods that are rich in calcium and protein that are not stereotypical resources. Not only should you incorporate those into your diet, you can also use this information when educating someone on what veganism really is versus what they've been originally introduced to. Another way to get around this social stigma, if you've not educated yourself fully yet, is to simply say you enjoy the taste of something while not enjoying the taste of something else. If you go out to a restaurant and ordered a vegan-based dish, someone will eventually ask, if you aren't vegetarian, why are you eating a vegetarian dish? Instead of telling them, because I'm a vegan, and spiraling into that social stigma conversation, rephrase what you would say to them. Instead, tell them because you thought the dish would taste good or because you enjoy the taste of fried tofus versus the fried chicken they were offering. No one can argue with you if it's simply a matter of what your taste buds and stomach preferred at the moment, but someone will always argue with you over ideologies. However, education on the diet and lifestyle will be necessary at some point in time, especially if you ever want to talk about your eating habits with someone. Luckily, we have many different popular myths in the next chapter that are easily and scientifically debunked to help begin your mental journey towards preparing for all aspects of your lifestyle, including the diet. In this video, we'll talk about debunking the myths. There are many different myths about the vegan community that perpetrate society. Some of them are large myths that have spread to the far corners of the world, and some of them are lesser known myths that could wreak havoc on the community if believed by the general public. We're here to introduce you to these myths right before we debunk them completely. Myth number 1: vegans don't get enough protein in their diets. This is simply false. While meat and things like eggs and milk are major sources of protein, they are not the only ones. Many of our beloved vegetables have protein, like spinach. 1 cup of uncooked spinach has around 7 grams of protein. Nut butter has 8 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. Quinoa has around 9 grams of protein per cooked cup. And 1 cup of cooked lentils packs a whopping 18 grams of protein. Many research studies have shown, in fact, that both vegans and traditional eaters are usually getting too much protein in their diets. Myth number 2: if you can't eat meat, then you can't build muscle to become strong. There is so much false in this statement, it's unbelievable. Things like hemp powder and dairy-deprived whey protein sources pack incredible volumes of protein, just like those traditional protein shakes that are beloved to bodybuilders. And the foods listed previously are perfect meat protein replacements when it comes to taking in the required amount of protein in order to build and keep muscles strong. However, another myth also flows into this point as well. It is possible to get the recommended amount of calcium into a vegan diet without drinking and eating dairy products that will enable someone to keep muscles and bones healthy for the long term. Things like raw nuts, calcium-fortified hemp milk, and cooked greens like broccoli and kale have great amounts of calcium in them per serving. Myth number 3. Vegans are weak. First off, what? Secondly, no. NFL defensive lineman David Carter, a 6-time Ironman champion John Joseph, and the tennis sisters Venus and Serena Williams are all vegans. Need I say more? Myth number 4. Vegan diets are not healthy. If fruits, vegetables, non-GMO products, no MSG, and lack of meat and dairy are somehow unhealthy, then you've got me here. However, I highly doubt a diet that comes recommended by oncologists for certain cancer patients is unhealthy. Not only does a vegan lifestyle afford the body more opportunities to acquire micro and macronutrients the body needs to operate and survive, it also helps to flush out the toxins and free radicals that have built up within the body that have been deposited by over-processed foods, grain-fed animal meats, and even over-pasteurized dairy products. Myth number 5. You will have to supplement holes in your diet with vitamins if you go vegan, which will end up costing you more money. All right, let's break this one down. Supplements for holes in the diet. A vegan diet has been scientifically researched and measured against dozens of other diets, and it's come out on top time and time again as the most nutrient-dense diet on the planet. The only reason people who attempt a vegan eating lifestyle and end up having to supplement with vitamins is because simply cutting out animal products and dairy is only half the battle. The other part is then replacing those things you've removed with things you can then ingest. The idea of supplements costing you money, which makes a vegan diet somehow unattainable because of the hit your pocketbook takes, is simply absurd. A basic multivitamin that houses anywhere between 30 and 60 once-a-day pills is anywhere between $12 and $15 on the market. Would you like to tally up how much you currently spend in takeout or fast food? If you adopt the vegan lifestyle and remove animal products and dairy, then you have to make sure you replace those foods. Try other fruits and experiment with other vegetables. Try to broaden your taste buds. And as you do this, you will be finding other sources of vital nutrients and vitamins that were otherwise absent from your diet. Myth number 6. Veganism is an eating disorder. No, and no. First of all, veganism is a lifestyle, while vegan is a way of eating. Veganism is a lifestyle that seeks to exclude all forms of animal cruelty and exploitation. This includes not eating animal products and byproducts, not purchasing clothing made from animal skins, and boycotting news and media outlets that either support or take no stance against animal cruelties. Vegan is the eating lifestyle whereby animal products, byproducts, and dairies are removed from the diet and replaced with suitable fruits, vegetables, and fortified non-dairy products in order to maintain bodily health and promote a healthy lifestyle. An eating disorder is a mentally based condition that surfaces in physical manifestations of control, resulting in an incredibly unhealthy treatment of the body. Myth number 7. Veganism is white. Apparently, some people believe that a vegan eating lifestyle and veganism in general is something that is only perpetrated and truly adopted in white upper middle class communities. So because of this, many people believe that vegans are somehow racist in nature, which is absolute and utter nonsense. How do I know this? Well, refer back to myth number 3. If you're not familiar with any of who those athletes are, then we will sit back and wait for you to look them up really quickly. Did you do it? Good. Okay, moving on. Myth number 8. Vegans only eat 8 vegetables and the food tastes horrendous. Well, now that's just insulting. Vegans eat all sorts of things, including vegetables, raw nuts, all sorts of fruits, non-dairy fortified milks and drinks, freshly squeezed juices, and hemp powder proteins. They're just a few of the foods vegans take in regularly. A plant-based diet is not a diet of salads. It's a diet of anything that is grown in plant form. This means potatoes, fresh herbs and spices, bananas, grapes, and virtually anything else that grows on a plant is consumable on this diet. Luckily enough, these are the same ingredients that can be used to make spicy bean chilies, hearty stews, sweet potato lasagnas, and even pizza. Now, that sounds pretty yummy to me. The myths perpetrated in the public sector are usually myths concocted by the media. They swing stories for their benefit in an attempt to garner ratings and attention without giving any thought to the detriment they're doing to society as a whole. Many people have been led away from adopting a vegan lifestyle because of the things they have seen on the news that are simply not true. The myths above are just a handful of the myths perpetrated over the decades since plant-based diets have surged back into the public eye. And it's important to understand that these myths are not only false, but preposterous. However, if debunking these myths still have you wondering if you'll be able to stay physically fit on this type of eating lifestyle, then the next chapter is for you. In this next chapter, we will outline many major athletes who have fully adopted a vegan eating lifestyle who are exponentially stronger than you.